Hey, what's up everybody? BDF 44 coming at you another video. Alright, so I listened to all the videos I made, and I realized I told y'all, but holler at y'all when I get back in here. So that's exactly what this is. I'm waiting on the therapist to call. She's supposed to call it at 3 o'clock. That's like 50 minutes from now or something. Who knows if she's going to be on time. She'll probably call right now because that's just how this is going. But, yeah, man. Feel good. Now I took a shower and, put everything away. Didn't decide to eat right away. But I don't know, I feel sleepy, and that's the problem. You got messed up sleeping habits, it doesn't help you, so I gotta work my way through that. But yeah, man, I don't know, listen to all them videos, but I just feel like it helped a lot to get all that out. So the example I'm trying to show to people is, maybe you don't have the problems I have, and maybe you don't want to upload everything you record, but I do believe that if you do get certain things out of your system, out of your mind, by way of your mouth or by way of writing it down, it may help you realize some things, and it may help you let go of some things. And that's what I hope to be able to do for myself through this therapy session. Now, for me, I upload everything, but I think it's safe for some not to. You know what I mean? Sometimes you got stuff that you don't need to be sharing with us, but you definitely need to get out of your system. You definitely need to say these things. So I encourage people to maybe pick up that practice. Do what I do, but don't upload it. You know what I mean? If it's some serious stuff that you don't have no business sharing, maybe that's the way forward. You know what I mean? Delete it right after, that kind of thing. But do listen to it. Do pay attention to it. Find out what's in your head outside of your moment when those thoughts are in your head. They do make a difference, I think. So yeah, man, that's what it is, man. I don't find myself feeling worse. I don't find myself feeling worse. I think that I after listening to all three of those therapy sessions, I just understand that I got the right idea. When it comes to my friend Kay, you gotta let her be who she is, man. That's why we became as good of friends as we were, is because when she ghosts like this, I never give her the why you ain't, because I know I'm like that. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, I am like that. I ghost people. I disappear for a year. You don't hear from me. People I love to death, and they'll tell you that. So who am I to say, oh, I don't deserve it? Yeah, I do, based on the fact that I did it to others, and I didn't do it maliciously. I didn't do it maliciously, and I don't think she's doing it maliciously. And sometimes maybe those people have to fill in the blanks in regards to myself. So if I have to fill in the blanks in regards to her, that's something I'm gonna have to pray over to help assure that I'm not painting her out to be someone she's not, just because she's not coming through in the times where I want her to come through. And she got a lot of friends. She got a lot of people she got to be in their lives. She got things going on in her world that don't have nothing to do with me and my garbage. So that's that, man. That's that. I want the Lord to make me okay with what's going on right now, and I want her to be okay in whatever she's doing, and I want her to know that I'm fighting this battle just like I always do when this happens. And I'm coming to the conclusion that that's not necessarily what I want to be doing for the rest of my life. I don't want to battle like this. I want to first be okay, and then to have myself attached to somebody in a romantic way that I don't have to long for or want more from. That's what I want. And so I'm telling all y'all that too. As much as I care for her, this is not for me. Feeling like this is not for me. You know what I mean? However my brain wants to equate it, this ain't the way you do it. You know what I mean? As far as feeling for somebody and then not having them in your life, in their presence, or communicating with them regularly, or that's not how it's done. So I respect that that's not what this is. And just because I would like it to be doesn't necessarily mean that my choices are the way they should be. I'm not choosing the right thing for myself, and that's not her fault. In fact, I thank her for not leading me on. She's never led me on. And that's one of the reasons why we're good friends, because she's a very honest and raw person about how she feels about certain things. If she don't like something, she ain't gonna co-sign it. She ain't gonna fake it. And so that's one of the traits that makes her someone I point myself toward. And that very same trait can also be something that leaves you feeling like she's being cold toward you. And so that's what this is. And I'm not upset about it as it pertains to it being an inconsistency, or that we haven't talked about these type of things. This is what she does. It's how her mental health works. And I hope she's able to overcome it. I really do, man. I hope she's able to overcome that, because it takes a lot to stay caring for somebody who does that. And so I know that as somebody who has done that to others, you know what I mean? I've lost friends doing this. And some of those friends probably don't have nothing to do with me today, honestly, because I ghosted them for my mental health, because of my anxieties or not wanting to show up in certain things that I was invited to and stuff like that. It's kept me at a distance from people. So I get it. I get it. You can legitimately be like us and not have bad thoughts about the people that it's pointed toward, and yet you may have them think poorly of you, and that's just what it's going to be. So I feel for us. I feel for both of us, you know, because at the end of the day, it does put a strain on the people that love us, and it puts a strain on myself when she does this. It really does. But it's a precedent that I've set, that I let her know that you can be yourself, and this is who she is. This is her rhythm. She'll come around consistently and she'll disappear. And a lot of times when she disappears, she takes a piece of me with her. But she come back around, and she's so very pleased that I'm able to deal with that without it being a fight. And I'd imagine it is a fight with other people that she does that too, if she does it to them. So it is what it is, man. I relate to that. I just know I can't deal with it. That's what it is. So yeah, man, I hope the Lord can give me the breakaway energy, and those are the prayers that I pray, so I can break away, you know what I mean, from that, so that I'm not allowing the enemy to attack me and that be the subject, especially when I understand it. Just don't have a temperament to deal with it all the time, especially when I'm going through the worst of times. But you know, people are only going to give you what they have for you, and if you want more from them, you're just going to disappoint yourself. So that is what it is in regards to my friend Kay. You've heard me talk about her for years, and I haven't seen her in a long time. You know, that's the reality. I don't see her very often. So my conditioning and what I'm used to in regards to that makes it so that there's an imbalance here. Most people in my circumstance, if they were used to other things, grew up with a lot of people in your household, got siblings, got people that you see every day, got a regular rhythm of life, you go to, this is not somebody you'd be attached to at all, because of what I'm used to and how I'm wired. Being this way, it's almost like she's gone away and she's been here the whole time. So I'm just not normal in that way, and I gotta live with that, and I gotta live with her being this way, and it's gonna have to be okay, and I'm gonna have to break away. And so that's what it is, man. I don't know what else to say about it. It does make me pretty humble. Humble's the word, because at the end of the day, like I said, I've done this to others. So when the Lord wants to punish you by way of others that you want closer to you because of things that you've done to people, it just reminds you of the spirit of karma, and you can share that spirit with others when they're doing things they have no business doing. This is why I always speak the way I do in confidence, to say you doing the wrong in whatever way, or you disrespecting the Lord in whatever way, please believe that he's going to get you back. He's going to get his pound of flesh out of you. Some people call it karma, some people don't, but you're going to get it back. And that's what I think this is. And I've told her that too. And she said, I don't want that to be the case, but hey, that's what it is. You know what I mean? So, hey, I guess she's my punishment. And I absorb that so that the Lord can help me work on what I need to work on, so that I'm no longer deserving of said punishment. And that's it. That's really what it is. So, I'm looking forward to not feeling as bad as I did these last couple of days. I'm looking forward to not being attached in this very difficult to deal with kind of way to that person. Great person she is when she's around, but when she's not around, there's a void left with me. It's a void, and it's a void I would like to avoid going forward. So, without being bitter towards her, I'm praying the right prayers to ensure that I can be a better friend to her while not needing more from her than what she is committed to giving, and not letting the enemy force feed negative feelings upon me in regards to that, which he has done these last couple of days. So that's what I gotta say, man. Hopefully I can come around to being the person I want to be, and that's really what it is. Also, while I was taking that shower, something came to mind that my mother used to say to me, and I had to really think about this. And she said, she would say sometimes when I would tell her certain things about how I was feeling about whatever. I don't remember what it was. But she would say, are you trying to throw a pity party? You want people to feel sorry for you? And I had to really meditate on that while I was in the shower. I'm like, am I telling all these people all my problems so they feel sorry for me? Do I get some joy out of people thinking I'm helpless or some weird stuff? I don't think so, but the self-awareness to have given thought to that is still pending. I'm still thinking about it. I don't think so. I don't respect that. But when your mother tells you something about yourself more than once, you always throwing a pity party. I'm like, and now that I'm grown and I'm doing these therapy sessions and I'm telling people how weak I feel and all this crap, do I want y'all to feel sorry for me and throw me a pity party? Oh, poor BDF. That's not what in my mind when I'm doing this. Put it like that. But what I can say is, be careful what you say to your kids when they're trying to express themselves in whatever way they do. Because a lot of the stuff that my mother used to say to me does confuse me about me. Just like I told y'all when she used to, when she didn't trust me to drive. It really confused me about whether or not I could drive. Like, could I learn to be a good driver, or was I always destined to be somebody who probably shouldn't be behind the wheel? It played into why I didn't want to drive the U-Haul just 2 weeks ago. It's like, you work yourself into thinking that you can't do things that your person who knew you the closest believed about you. But she also didn't understand her son very well in certain cases. She didn't understand my mental health when I told her I would be in the, have certain instances where I couldn't do certain things. She would suggest, why don't I just? Why don't I just? Because that's for which makes it so that I would choose to is awry. And as much as I explained that to her, she would still hit me with the why don't you just? So nowadays I still fight with that. And so I don't think my mom intended to do damage, but some of the stuff she used to tell me about me is stuff that because I trusted her so much, I question about me. And that's not how that's supposed to be. So that's what I want to say. She gave me plenty of encouragement. It wasn't like she was always putting me down or nothing. Maybe I even deserved to have been said those things too at those moments, because I can't recall the specifics of when it was said. But it does play off in my head now when I'm trying to express to you all the stuff that I feel when I'm down, to say, well, your mama used to say you a pity party thrower. So is that what you're doing right now? And shouldn't you not, you know what I'm saying? So let that be something I'm thinking about. Let that be something that you guys know that I'm considering. If you sit up here saying this dude, he want people to feel sorry for him, I don't think I do. I really don't think I do. But my mom used to think I did, and so for whatever it's worth. So yeah, I wanted to share that with y'all, just in case y'all having doubts about what my intentions are. I'm not doubting what my intentions are, but I surely remember my mom doubting me when I would tell her certain things, and I really trusted her a lot, So I believed her and all of that. So it plays on my psyche now a little bit, and that's just what that is. So I wanted to throw that in this video as well. But yeah, we'll see if this therapist calls on time, man. We'll see if she calls on time. Doubt is in my head about whether or not I hear from her at all. You know what I mean? Hearing about as we were talking about earlier, that low value statement that police officer said about the lady who got hit by a car. If you follow my therapy session that was an hour long this morning, we talked a little bit about that. And as sad as it sounds, that is how we're treated out here when you don't have a lot. You're treated like you're an $11,000 person, like you are a low value person. And that's the type of health care that I have right now, to where I need mental health help, but they barely provide any mental health help for the poor out here. As you can see, walking the streets of LA and all up and down California, you're going to see nothing but people who are ill, who are homeless, who don't have access to a whole lot of proper mental health help. They've closed a lot of mental health facilities and things of that nature. We've talked about it for years. So now that I'm in this position myself, and I'm waiting on the therapist to call, and last time I waited on the call, she called an hour and a half early, and it kind of basically told me that the reason why I didn't know she called an hour and a half early is because she left a message, and if I would have listened to the message, then I would have known that she called, and as if that's going to help me since I can't call her back. It's one of those situations. It's like, look, this is what we need to change. Value does help provide the best of care because people pay people more for the best of things. The problem is when it comes to health care, that needs to fall back. You need mental health care to help make the rich more safe as they walk the streets. When you got people out here who are on the verge of nothingness and they about to rob you at Rodeo Drive, the reason why they gonna do that is because you guys are only investing $11,000 into their health care, into their mental health care. That makes you more unsafe when you try to go about the places that you like to frequent. See the fruit in that and invest a little more in the poor in regards to their mental health, so that you guys aren't being in positions to have your head knocked off because we crazy as hell. And that's exactly what happens. When I worked in Santa Monica, I told y'all, there was a dude who pulled a lady, and I'm not laughing about this, ain't funny at all, but there's a dude who pulled a lady out of her car and beat her just because he was homeless and having a bad day. And then she got back in her car, drove down the street. He ran down there, pulled her out of her again, and attacked her some more. I'm telling you, this was at my job. This is one of them people that we dealt with every day because he was ill, really, really ill. And I'm telling y'all, I don't know what tax bracket she's in, but she was not poor. Y'all be getting attacked and y'all run into circumstances where y'all not as safe because y'all don't care enough about making us healthier out here on this level. Y'all need that. If y'all want to frequent where we can get you, you better invest better into our mental health if you got the ability to do so. And so I talk to everybody. Y'all know I do, because I think a lot of people follow me from different walks of life and different tax brackets. If y'all don't want to spend 10, 12 times more on security in certain situations, you're going to have to understand the fruit and trickling down some better stuff for the poor in general. You can't give us the bare minimum, expect us not to want to eat y'all. You know how they say to eat the poor? I'm telling you, people don't have nothing and they don't care about nothing. And I'm telling you, it's getting worse by the second. I've seen Los Angeles deteriorate over the course of my life, and it's only getting worse because y'all don't give a damn about the poor, but y'all still want to bump elbows in places we can reach you. Stop it. Stop it right now. See the fruit and how it trickles down to you. Since y'all so damn selfish, see how that makes you less safe by making sure that we don't have what we need in place. So that's what I'm telling you. I hope y'all listen. At any rate, that's pretty much what I got. Hopefully this lady hurries up and calls me so I can have this pointless conversation that she's ultimately going to want to have with me, where I talk to her and she hears it go one ear and out the other, and then proceeds to offer me drugs, for which I'm going to give her the finger about, because I ain't taking no medication, especially with this situation with Tyrese fresh in my mind. They gave him some medication. He's a rich man. They gave him some medication, tripped him out. He don't even remember all the stuff he did. I'm not taking nothing you're giving me. I have a conversation to have with a therapist that I hope can help me with what it is that I'm dealing with. If not, then, as I've told you guys a million times, this is why I do this. That's exactly why I do this. Because that help ain't there. I may not be able to afford it, but I am a great case study. So everybody who's curious to this type of thing is going to click on my videos and hopefully use me as a case study. I guess use me as if you can't help me, help somebody like me. So that's what I got to say. BDF 44. I thank you all for watching.